Hey, welcome back. Thanks for watching. I wanted to talk about the process that we had to sign up for my wife's Social Security benefit. So earlier this summer, we kind of took everything into consideration and decided that there was no benefit really in waiting to claim my wife's Social Security benefit. So we decided that we were going to take it when she turned 62. Now, she turned 62 in October. So we decided that we would put in her claim in September to get the ball rolling, to get all that going. Now, I went in kind of being naive about this, thinking that by claiming in September or starting that process in September, that her first Social Security check would come sometime in November. Well, I come to find out after we did all that her first check will not come until December. Actually, I think it's the third Wednesday in December. Now, that wasn't a problem for us because we really weren't relying on the Social Security check to pay bills or anything. But I wanted to make this video as a caution or a warning that if you are going to be counting on Social Security benefits to pay your bills or something, you really need to research and see when you need to file in order to get your benefit on the date that you need. Now, I do know that there is a month delay, and so I was thinking that by filing in September that we would get her first check in November, but that was not the case. So you really need to look and see, do your own research, and I'm not for sure how to go about that. But if you are needing your check on a certain day, then you need to probably try to figure out when you're going to need to file so that that ball begins rolling earlier. Now, perhaps even if we would have filed for her benefits in July, I don't know that her benefit would have began before December. I don't really know that, but I was just kind of surprised when we filled out the forms and stuff in September that her first check would be in December. I just didn't think that it would be 2 months as opposed to just 1 month. So again, we're not relying on the money to pay bills. It's just going to be extra that we're going to just, put in the bank. But if you are going to rely on that, then you really need to look in to see when your first check will actually start. And perhaps filing earlier than what we did would get your check a month earlier. I don't know. But I wanted to give this warning because I know that there are people that, they're looking for Social Security to be a help to their bills and to their payments. And, if it's going to be delayed a month, well, that may cause havoc for some people. And I certainly don't want that to happen, especially if there's something that I can say or do that would, bring this to their attention so that they're more prepared. So, again, I don't know whether if we would have filed earlier, if her first check would have came in November. I don't know that. But it's something for you to look into and discuss and try to figure out. So, anyway, just a word of warning and word of caution for those that are filing for Social Security. It was very simple. We went to socialsecurity.gov under her account, obviously, and filled out the forms. And it took maybe 10 or 15 minutes to do that. And then they came back about a week later, I think, and said what her benefit actually would be and when it would actually start. And so we're looking forward, for next week. I'm making this in the middle of December. Her first check comes the third Wednesday in December, the third Wednesday of the month. And so we're a week away from getting her first Social Security check. I may have a little party or go out and eat on this money. But anyway, it is whether you take it at 62, whether you take it at whenever, it is kind of a milestone, to be taking this Social Security that you've paid into this system for years, for decades, and then to finally be able to put in a claim on your money, is a high watermark, in a person's life, or at least I believe so. And so, it is something that you look forward to, even when you're 20 years old and you're working part-time, you see that line item on your paycheck stub that goes to Social Security. And so, 40 years later or so, whenever the time comes and you're actually able to get a hold of some of that money, I think it gives a little thrill, I suppose, to finally be able to reap some of the rewards of your labor. So anyway, with that, I'll close and say God bless. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.